Today, we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Romance Dawn RORONOA ZORO. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil18 here, and today, as you can see, and as I already mentioned, we are going to be taking a look at the newly released and highly anticipated SH Figuarts Romance Dawn, or pre-time skip, RORONOA ZORO. And let's find out if it's better than the Wano version. I'll give you a hint, it definitely is. So let's get into it right away and take a very quick lookaroo at the box. So as you can see here, we do have the basic style box for the SH Figuarts. One piece line, P line. There's the front, the top, and then there's the bottom of the box. Here's the one side with an image of the figure on the bottom. Then there's the other side with some promo images. And then the back has more promotional images and the barcode probably plus stuff nobody cares about. So let's get this open to take a closer detailed look at Zoro. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look here, and Tamashii Nations really did do a beautiful job with the Zoro. Face sculpts are on point, so is the hair. I don't really see shading on the hair. We do have his earrings as well, but the sculpt of it, or the mold of it, is really, really well done. So A+ for that. The shirt looks great. I like how the buttons and the little hole are sculpted on there. It looks really nice. The waistband turned out really good. It looks like they put a darker shade of paint on the sculpted lines. We do have his bandana on there. Sculpted wrinkles all throughout the shirt, which look really, really nice on the torso and the sleeves. Muscle definition looks good. So does the skin tone. Pants, nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. You can see some parts a little more glossy than others. They sculpted the back of the knee joints as well. And the boots look pretty good too. So all around, very, very nice job with the detail. A+ on that. So now taking a look at the accessories here, and RORONOA ZORO is included with a nice chunk of stuff, hands, faces, his swords, and sheaths or scabbards. So we do get two head sculpts. We do have the hair one, and then we do have the bandana one. Bandana one's always my favorite. Then we do get a total of 5 faces for Zoro, and then 1 for Luffy. Now for Zoro, he does have 3 faces for Moss Head hair sculpt, and then he has 2 for the bandana head sculpt. The Moss hair head sculpt you can use on the Wano Zoro and vice versa with this one, so that is definitely awesome. But all face sculpts, very nice job with the paint and sculpt detail, and then the Luffy one turned out really good too, and here it is on the Romance Dawn Luffy. Then Zoro is also included with his sheaths or scabbards with the sword handles in them, and then we do get his 3 swords as well. One annoying thing is the cross guards on the swords can pop off, so be cautious of that, but very nice job on everything there. And then we do get a total of 8 alternate hands, a pair of fists, gripping hands. Then we do get gripping hands to hold on to the sword handle or scabbard, and then we do get some open resting type hands. I'm not a fan of those open resting hands. I wish they would give them more stylized open hands, you know what I mean? But anyway, that is everything included with this RORONOA ZORO. Now, let's go over the height and height comparisons. Now for the height of RORONOA ZORO to the very top of his moss head, it looks like he's about 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Romance Dawn Luffy, the Figuarts Wano Zoro, then we do have the Figuarts Sabo, and then we do have the anime heroes Usopp, and I think he scales well with the other Figuarts series, pretty much the same height as the Wano Zoro. And then here he is compared to some more anime heroes One Piece figures. So we do have Tony Chopper, Brook, and Frankie, and I think he scales pretty good with this line as well. And then finally, here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Naruto, the superhero version Figuarts Piccolo. Then we do have the Figuarts Tanjiro, and then finally the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider. So there is the height and height comparisons. Now, let's go over the articulation. So now for Zoro's articulation, we do get nice movement with the figure. So with the neck joints, he looks down really, really well. He does look up pretty good. Also, you get beautiful pivot out of both of those neck joints, as you can see. And then, of course, you do get the swivel action. Torso doesn't really go forward too much. That's a bit disappointing. Goes back just a tiny bit. But once again, very nice pivot on the figure here. And then we do get swivel at the waist and the torso. We do have a very nice butterfly-ish type joint at the shoulders. Really nice movement with those. You can get them to crisscross his arms, so that's definitely a plus. You do get a bit of a circular motion out of them. They do go out to the side a lot more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down a roux. You do get the true bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that pretty much bend in all the way. Then we do, of course, get the swivel and hinge on the wrist a roux. Then his sheaths, you can swivel it on his belt belt there because it pegs in. The legs kick forward about 90 degrees, so that is good. They go back a tiny bit, and you can almost Van Damme it with Zoro. Huge plus right there. You do get swivel at the hip, and it is on a ball peg, so you can move it a little bit. Single jointed knees bend back a little more than 90. You do get swivel at the boot cut, swivel at the ankle as well. The ankles hinge up an alright amount, hinge down okay, but you do get beautiful pivot out of the ankles there. And then, of course, the toe hingeroo. So overall, this SH Figuarts Romance Dawn or pre-time skip RORONOA ZORO is definitely a great figure. Tamashii Nation's still heading in the right direction with their One Piece line, and they 100% redeem themselves with this Zoro compared to the Wano version. Pieces aren't falling off like the Wano one. You don't have restricted movement. I mean, some points could have been a little bit better with the articulation on here, but it's not drastic like the Wano version of Zoro. So I am really happy with how this turned out. Like I said, they definitely redeemed themselves with this Zoro here. The detail on this figure, outstanding. Very nice job from head to toe. Really no issues to me when it comes to the sculpt and paint detail. No paint bleeding. I mean, they could have added a little more shading here and there. I don't really see too much on it. I think there might be a little bit on the pants, but it's very hard to tell. Like, you can't really tell if there is. There might be on the skin tone, but that might just be shadowing from the light. It's hard to tell. The articulation, like I said, very well done throughout most of the figure. The torso going forward and back could have been a little bit better, but pretty much everything else, really well done. Very nice movement. You can get them in those Zoro poses. Unlike the Wano Zoro, as you can see in the pictures that I'm showing you here, you can get him in his specific moves that he does. So I'm very happy with how the articulation or the movement turned out on this figure. Now, lastly, we do have the accessories, and I mean, you pretty much get the basic stuff. You get a bunch of alternate faces, you get 2 different head sculpts, you do get the Luffy DLC face as well, and then you can't have a Zoro without his 3 swords and sheaths, you know? I mean, an effect would be nice. Maybe they'll give him one at some point, but we didn't get one yet, sadly. But I am happy with the amount of accessories we did get with Zoro. We do get a nice chunk of hands as well. And as I mentioned, the only main issue really is with the cross guards on the swords. They can pop off and fall off the sword. You just got to pop them right back on. That is something that does get a bit irritating, but really besides that, there's nothing, no QC issues or anything with this Zoro, unlike the Wano one. So I 1,000,000,000% recommend this, especially if you're a One Piece fan or if Zoro's your favorite character. Highly recommend the hell out of this figure. I can't recommend it enough. Go pick it up if you haven't pre-ordered it yet. It is available in Japan right now. Will be in the US next month. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Romance Dawn RORONOA ZORO. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the figure down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later.
We shall start with revenge. I am the knight. Gonna change the future.